Hey there everyone, Malcolm here again with another video. This will be a follow-up video to my last video, which was starting an IP. I will be developing a new character who will fit into that story, and I'll be talking about him in a few. But I have a quick question for you guys. For this particular video, I will be going over my process, and that's the question I have here. Would you guys rather have me talk about my process and kind of go a little bit in depth into what I'm doing, or would you guys rather just see the process, see me, just watch it as it's going on? Because I kind of do follow a formula, and it's pretty. I think it's pretty simple to follow this particular piece. So I won't go to the very end and go over every little detail. I will talk about it, but that's just the question here for today. I just want you guys' opinion. Would you rather have me go in depth, or just kind of just play music in the background and you guys just watch? So that's my quick little question. Now, really fast, one thing I didn't mention in my last video with starting an IP, there was a particular artist that I completely forgot to mention, and I'm very sorry that I didn't mention him in my last video, because he definitely was an inspiration for me as well to create this series. So his name is Johnson Ting, and I'm really sorry if I pronounced your last name wrong, or his last name wrong. And basically he created a series called Neo Japan 2202. If you guys are into sci-fi art, please check it out. I believe he will be making, I believe he is making a book to his series, and I will be picking it up, as I did pick up a previous book he created with a few friends of his, and his work is really awesome. So I will have a link in the description below for you guys to check out. Please do. His art is really good. Now, getting back to this piece, I'll give you guys a little brief to what I'm doing right here. So in my sketchbook, the character was a bit too anime-ish, and of course everything is wrong in this sketch, but I just wanted to have a digital version so I can kind of reference over top. So right now I'm just drawing a bunch of different faces and different hairdos for the character, just so I can see if I want to move forward with this project. I end up landing on something that I really like. So next step is for me going to get some reference. After this, I will be creating a sketchy base body, and then I will be painting over top of that and doing the design, and then cleaning up the design to create the line art. And then from my line art, you won't see this part, but I created a bunch of different color comps. You'll be seeing at the end of the video the different color comps I did come up with. The only reason you guys won't be seeing it is because I didn't record that step, and the reason for that is because I'm running out of space on my computer. So, and my computer is kind of running a bit slow right now, and it's because I really have a low amount of space. I started out with like 900 gigs, and right now I'm at like 50. So you guys can tell that I need to clean up my computer. So here we go, starting with the base body. And as this is going on, because there isn't too much to explain, I'm just drawing anatomy. Who is Moonz, and what is his story in Frag Metal, or Project FM for short? Well, that's actually not shorter, but yeah, Project FM. Moonz is a wandering samurai who has some regrets from his past, and he's trying to find a way to kind of make up for them and kind of live a new life. And I kind of want him to interact with another character of mine named Dragon Queen for right now. Dragon Queen is from a previous illustration that I did, concept illustration, which you guys can check out on my channel. There is a speed paint for it if you're interested. But yeah, so basically these two characters will be interacting, so I kind of want them to have similar elements. Not only that, because all the characters will be in a similar world, Dragon Queen, Moonz, and as well as the Shrine Guardian from my last video. Because they'll all be in the same world, I want them all to share similar flavors and kind of like a theme or style. I kind of want all the characters kind of follow a style guide in a way. So that's why I kind of brought Dragon Queen up, just to make sure I'm kind of I have a similar style all the way around, so everything kind of looks good. So yeah, that's pretty much Moon's story. And to kind of make you guys laugh in a way, in my last video I talked about being inspired from the stuff that got you into doing art, and inspired by works that you liked and things that you like. Indirectly, and I totally did not mean to do this at all, but the way he looks and the character he kind of resembles is Sesshomaru from Inuyasha, which was one of my favorite characters from the show Inuyasha, the anime Inuyasha, anime and manga. And his story is similar to that of Rurouni Kenshin from Rurouni Kenshin. So I didn't realize this until much later, but I thought it was pretty funny, and I thought it'd be really cool to bring up, so you could see a live example of me taking my inspirations and actually, using them to create a character of mine. And this character is completely from love. Like, I really loved those two shows back then, and they kind of came out in one character, so that's pretty much the best part for me, to see my inspirations kind of come to life. So that's pretty much the inspiration part of it, of this whole thing. And just to show you guys, use your inspirations to your advantage. And I know a lot of people say, don't copy other artists and things like that, and you don't have to for this part, because it's all you. It's your inspiration. Everything you like, just put it out there into your series and into what you want. Because I know there are manga artists in Japan that are inspired by older manga artists. I know there's manga artists even right now that are inspired by Dragon Ball, and they kind of take that inspiration and then they do their characters. So you think of a character like Natsu from Fairy Tail, and then you think of Goku from Dragon Ball Z. They're pretty same. They're kind of like idiots that are super powerful and get stronger with every challenge. So I'm not sure if the guy who created Fairy Tail took inspiration from Dragon Ball, but you kind of see a connection. I mean, there are other characters that are idiots and super strong. I mean, think of Naruto. He's stupid, but with almost every challenge, he's getting stronger. So that's kind of like Goku's archetype. But yeah, taking archetypes from that you really like, and you use those archetypes to pretty much create your characters, and that's pretty much what I did. I love Sesshomaru's and Inuyasha's archetype. I love the samurai. He's a wandering samurai looking for a purpose, and mistakenly that just happened to be similar to Inuyasha, and the design. Some of the design elements are kind of similar to Sesshomaru, because I realize there's elements about Sesshomaru and just anime characters that I like, and I want to bring that to my art, and that's what I'm doing. And there's no shame in that. You want to do that. So, I mean, at least for me, that's what I want to do. It's definitely one of the things I definitely want to do, and that's really it. So, a little bit more about this character and the design decision that I did. So as you notice, one of the sleeves is different from the other one, and the reason being for that is because I was thinking that this character will have some kind of demonic arm, which kind of coincides with his resentment towards himself. The reason why he has regret is because of this power that he has. So it's just a design element with a purpose. And I'm not thinking about it the whole time. I kind of just let the character grow itself, and that's pretty much what I was doing here. I knew I just wanted to have demonic elements, but I didn't know how I was going to incorporate that. And then once I started drawing this kind of cool sleeve, which was kind of a remix off of a design element I saw off of my Dragon Queen, it kind of just made sense, and it kind of just made sense in my head, like, okay, this is what the story is going to be for the character. And again, I'm still in the design phases of this particular piece. So yeah, so you see it skip forward right now. I believe, yeah, I didn't record the final design, but you're seeing it right here. Basically, I am just cleaning up the lines that I have, and making just things much smoother, cleaning my edges, getting rid of just nasty artifacts and things like that. So it's just really just cleaning up everything now. The design part is done, and I want you guys to focus on design first and then worry about everything else later. And it works out really good because you're not focused on creating a clean line work. That's not the most important part. You want to take things by steps. Well, I don't want to say you want to, but it is a good idea. Because if I say you want to, then that can stiffen up your work. So just work as loosely as possible in pretty much every step. Even when I am doing this line art phase, the way I'm doing my line arts is different than normal, I guess. And I pretty much took this technique off of another artist called Living Infinite. I have a link to his portfolio in the description box. And I actually got a commission from him, and I asked him about his process, and I learned a lot from it. So I kind of like take his process, and I kind of added it into my workflow, which is instead of erasing while I'm doing my drawing, I will paint in white. Then I'll make a new layer, draw, paint in more white, and this will give me natural shadows from those sketch marks that I've done before. This kind of just gives me natural shadows. So it's kind of like a mix of Keenan Lafferty's kind of way of doing his work, but I'm just trying to get things a little bit more cleaner-ish. Well, I don't know about cleaner-ish, but I'm just trying to get it to work for me. That's what I'll say. And right now, what you see me doing is I'm doing the ambient occlusion for this. But again, because of how I worked and did this particular piece with the whole painting white and smoothing out some of the black lines so they end up becoming gray and already giving me natural shadows and kind of natural ambient occlusion, there's no need for me to do ambient occlusion for the entire character. So I didn't. I kind of stopped halfway, and I just didn't do every single part. There was kind of no need. It would have been a lot more work. For you guys, you can actually do all the ambient occlusion if you wanted to. It's completely up to you. Again, there's no rules. After this, I create a kind of like shadow and light layer, and then the next thing I want to do is I want to sketch lift my lines. So I just have the lines because with painting with white, there was some white on the outer edges, and I didn't want that. So because if I put a different color other than white on the background, you notice it just pops out. It just pops out like, really very clearly, and I didn't want that. So I wanted to sketch lift it, but I end up coming across a very happy accident because when I went into my channels layer and I just wanted to select the lines so I could get rid of the white, I ended up selecting everything and kind of combining my ambient occlusion with my shadow and light layer and my line layer. So when I went to go fill it with black, it filled in all of that for me. So everything I painted and did on like 3 separate layers was all put into one. And if you guys don't know what sketch lifting is, I will link you to a video that Keenan Lafferty did so you guys can know and learn more about it. So I did that, and I came across a really happy accident. So all I had to do was pretty much merge my flats with the new kind of values layer that I did by accident. Because once I was able to like copy and make a new version of my lines, I blur the lines, which is a technique that I took off of Mark Brunette. He did it in a video of his. I believe it was like doing a line art over a ZBrush render and making it cel shaded. So he would blur his lines to give it more of a cinematic look. And that's what I do whenever I do my line arts, because I feel like you can get a natural ambient occlusion I believe Mark Burnett said that as well. So you get kind of like a natural ambient occlusion off of your lines already. So yeah, it was pretty cool, and I just took that, and it works great for me. So if you're a new artist, yeah, just take techniques off of your favorite artists. I mean, you ask them all the time what are they doing, so might as well take it and use it to your advantage. And that's what I've been doing since I've been drawing. And that's really it. That's really it for my process. After that, I'm just adding different layers for my lights, and it's really just painting over everything to make things clean and look good and things like that. Yes, the character is a samurai, but he does not have a weapon in this particular concept, and that's because I just didn't do the concept for the weapon, because I'm still not sure what he's going to be using. He may have a sword or maybe something else, who knows. So in due time, we'll do the weapon. But that's really it for my process. That's really it. So hopefully you learned something. I'll be making a separate image kind of breakdown of all the JPEGs in different steps within the process. Again, I apologize for not having the full 100% process of everything, but again, that's due to me not having space on my computer to be able to record everything. I only have about 50 gigs left on my computer, and it's really running slow at this point, so I need to delete a couple things. You guys, I know it went pretty fast, but you guys may have saw it, but I gave a little shout out to Ross Tran. I don't know if he'll ever watch this video, but since he pretty much trademarked color dodging, I just color dodged there. So I just give a little quick shout out to him. But yeah, that's really it, guys. That's really it for my process. That's it for the story of this character. I hope you guys enjoyed and learned something from this entire process. I guess really fast what I want to mention about my inspirations, and I just want to mention one thing about one of my inspirations and kind of like what I plan to do in the future of this channel. So really quick, I just wanted to give a shout out to Mark Burnett, aka QBrush, because if it wasn't for him making just one speed paint on YouTube, I probably wouldn't be doing art. I'll say that now, and I seriously wouldn't be doing art. So I gotta give a shout out to him for just posting a video and continuously posting videos to this day now, creating all amazing art, these amazing speed paints and everything, because he is my inspiration for really getting back into art. And really fast, you can see I took a break. I do take breaks, and that is very important for all you guys. Take breaks when you do art. Other than that, the future plannings I have for this video, I did mention that I didn't spend a lot of time doing art, and I feel that, and I think you guys will agree with me when I say I improved a hell of a lot, and I improved pretty fast. But then at the same time, I didn't put a lot of time into when I worked. So I want to do a video explaining how I got better, and how I got better may not help you guys necessarily, but I think it is pretty interesting to explain how I was able to improve without spending 40-hour weeks on my art, or literally maybe spending maybe even 10 minutes or something, or not spending that much time while doing art. And I have a new concept for a character that I want to do for the fragmental world, so that actually helps. So I'll be working on that, and I'll try to get a video out to you guys by next week. This video I'll have 2 videos coming out, but that's not going to be a norm. It's just for this particular week because I had 2 things I can show you guys. Right now I'm just doing final presentation stuff, adding the rim light and things like that. But again, thank you guys for watching. I do have future videos planned and kind of in mind, so you guys will be seeing that. Again, thank you very much for checking out this video. Hopefully in the future I'm not talking throughout the entire process, but I hope this was in depth enough for you guys. And I'll be hopefully seeing you guys next week. Thank you, and peace out. Bye.
My essence will be, it's the knowledge of self, understanding of the things around me that